everyone. So we are back with probability. So we have done 3 videos yet on probability. This is the 4th one in continuation of the last 3 videos. If you have not watched the earlier 3 videos, please go and watch it. In this video, we will be discussing about Bayes' theorem. That is the topic in probability. So let's start. And if you have not subscribed our channel by now, please go and subscribe it so that you can get notification when our new videos comes up. So let's begin. What do you mean by what does Bayes' theorem says? Bayes' theorem says probability of B by A is equals to probability of AB by probability of A. What does this mean? Probability in this probability of B by A says what is the probability of occurrence of B when A has already occurred? Actually, Bayes' theorem is for dependent events. It is for dependent events. When two events are dependent on each other, the occurrence of one of the event will affect the occurrence of the other event. So there were two events, the occurrence of one is affecting the occurrence of other. Those are dependent events. And for dependent events, if we are asked to find the probability of occurrence of B, given that A has already occurred, then how we can calculate it? We can calculate it like probability of A and B, occurring that probability A and B both has occurred by probability of A. That is the formula for probability of B by A. That is probability of occurrence of B, which is a dependent event dependent on the occurrence of A. So please note down this formula, then we can move to the example for this Bayes' theorem. Okay, so let's write down the question for this. Please note down the question. Box 1 contains three defective balls and 7 non-defective balls. Box 2 contains 1 defective ball and 9 non-defective balls. We select a ball at random. We select a box. And it is not mentioned which box. Okay, we select a box at random. We don't know which box it is. And draw a ball out of it. Now the question, first part of the question is, what is the probability of drawing a non-defective ball? What is the probability drawing a non-defective ball? Next, what is the probability of drawing a defective ball? And 3, what is the probability that box 1 was chosen given a defective ball is drawn? What is the probability box 1 is chosen given the ball drawn is defective? These are 3 questions. So first we will calculate the 4 kind of probabilities that is given in the question, from the question, okay. Contains 3 defective and 7 non-defective balls. So let's first do some basic calculations. So what is the probability if from box 1 balls are drawn, what is the probability of getting defective and non-defective ball? See, in case of box 1, probability of defective ball, probability of non-defective ball. Okay. In case of box 1 and in case of box 2. See, we are choosing a box also at random out of the two boxes. So we also have to consider the probability that box 1 was chosen or box 2 was chosen. So probability that box 1 was chosen is 1 by 2 because we have two boxes. So probability that box 1 was chosen is 1 by 2. Probability that box 2 was chosen is 1 by 2. So in this, probability of getting a defective ball, given that, okay, just adding this part to this, given that box 1 was chosen, yeah, we have a second condition, box 2 was chosen. Okay, so if box 2 was chosen, the probability of choosing box 2 is again 1 by 2. And here also it is 1 by 2. So we will multiply this probability to find out the probability of defective ball given that box 1 was chosen. So what is the probability of defective ball? The probability of defective ball is 3 by 10 into box 1 was chosen is 1 by 2. That is why we are getting 3 by 20. What is the probability of getting a non-defective ball given that box 1 was chosen? So probability of non-defective ball is 7 by 10. Box 1 was chosen, probability is 1 by 2. Again this is 7 by 20. Now let's come to box 2. What is the probability of defective ball given that box 2 was chosen? So probability of defective ball is 1 by 10. 1 by 10. And box 2 was chosen is 1 by 2. So 1 by 20. What is the probability that non-defective ball comes? And given that box 2 was chosen is again 9 by 10 of probability of non-defective ball, and the probability of choosing that box is 9 by 2. Okay. So these are the four situations we got. That is when defective ball comes out and box 1 was chosen. When non-defective balls comes out and when box 1 was chosen. You can also write these as, these can also be denoted as probability of, say, probability of choosing box A is, box 1 is probability of A. Okay, probability of choosing box 2 is, say, probability of B. Defective ball is, say, PD, and non-defective ball is, say, PM. Okay, these are the denotions. So what we have calculated here is PAD. This is PAN. Probability of getting a defective ball when box 1 is chosen. Probability of getting a non-defective ball when box 1 is chosen. So this is PAN and this is PAD. Okay. Similarly, this one is PBB and this one is PBN. Hope you understood this calculation. We have calculated the four kinds of probabilities that is required for our further calculations. So now let's come to the first question. What is the first part asking us? What is the probability of drawing a non-defective ball? For a non-defective ball, we have two conditions, when box 1 is chosen and box 2 is chosen. So non-defective ball will come whenever we choose box 1 this case or box 2 this case. Both are satisfactory, we will add both the probabilities. This will give us the probability of getting a non-defective ball. Either of the boxes chosen. So the first part would be 7 by 20 plus 9 by 20. That will give you 16 by 20. This is the probability of drawing a non-defective ball. If in the question it was given that it is from box 1, then the calculation would have been different. Since the box is not mentioned, we will add up the probabilities of box 1 and box 2 both. So we got the probability of getting a non-defective ball. Similarly for part 2, probability of getting a defective ball, it can be either from box 1 or either from box 2. We will add both the probabilities. So it will again be 3 by 20 plus 1 by 20, that is 4 by 20, 1 by 5. Now let's come to the third part. The third part says what is the probability that box 1 is chosen given the ball is defective. This is where Bayes' theorem comes in. Probability that box 1 is chosen. We have to find that the probability box 1 is chosen. That is, we have to find PA given that the ball drawn is defective. Given that B. Okay. So this is PA by D. What Bayes' theorem says, PA by D signifies the probability of A given D. Even D has occurred. The ball is defective. That is what is given to us. But what is the probability that it is from box 1? So PA by D. What is the formula for PA by D? For PA by D, it is PAD. That is probability of getting a defective ball from box A by probability of getting a defective ball. That is the total probability from both A and D. This is the equation. You can put the values. We have probability of AD. What is the probability of AD? This one. 3 by 20. 3 by 20 divided by probability of getting a defective ball. Probability of getting a defective ball will be sum of both. In both the cases we are getting defective. This will be the sum. We have also calculated it here in question part number 2. So it will again be 3 by 20 plus 1 by 20. Solve it. It is 3 by 4. So the probability of the box 1 is chosen given the ball drawn is defective is 3 by 4. In this way, you can solve any of the sum for dependent events using Bayes' theorem and this formula. Whenever you get a question that is saying you about two dependent events, the occurrence of one is dependent on the occurrence of the other, and it says one of the event has occurred and you have to find what is the probability that the other has occurred. You can simply put the Bayes' theorem and you will get the answer. So please let us know if you like this video, and let us know if you want us to come with the other video for probability. We have one more topic left for probability. Please let us know in comment box if you are liking our video and you want us to come with the another topic. Thank you.